I'll leave it up to you, alright?
We'll wing it.
Yeah,
If I get stuck on the questions, then we'll just cut the net out, as you know.
We'll sit here for 20 minutes, like, maybe then, I don't know if...
yeah, but remember, ask only awkward, weird, funny, strange...
Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll just wing it. Honestly, I've never interviewed anybody before, so...
I think you'll do fine. Yeah, that's rolling. Everything is rolling. I need you to get some photos for this as well.
Good luck.
Are we in the cameras, everything?
Yes.
Okay, that one's
You
rolling.
are.
That one's rolling.
Yeah. Okay.
Hi, this is Porter Media. So, Victor, how does it feel to have your first interview on the other side of the microphone?
It feels good. I'm a bit nervous because you had a funny look in your eye when you told me about this.
It's nice to kind of give something back to the people. So people would like to see you being interviewed and see how you started, because you interview a lot of DJs, you ask them where they come from and what their motivations were. So, yeah, give us the story. How did Viktor Kidson start out with his media production, and how did you get to sit with some of the biggest stars in the scene with this sofa next to you?
I started a couple of years ago where Roger Shaw was playing in Sweden, and there were two reasons. I wanted to get the Sun Lounger CD signed, and I wanted to get into the scene more, because as you know me, I'm not the guy drinking or doing whatever. I'm at the events for the music itself. So 2010, my first time in the Netherlands, I was at an event, and I got a pretty bad camera with me, and I got a lot of videos for it. And when I got home, I showed my friends, and they were like, oh, cool. And then I was like, well, can you see how cool it is? And they were like, yeah, I see what it is. And that's it, really. So I wanted to spread it somehow. I wanted to have a forum for it. So when Roger came, I asked if I could do an interview for Transfix.nl. And I sat down and I wrote down what I wanted to know, like what I personally wanted to know. Looking at the Sun Lounger sound, his inspiration, where everything comes from. I really wanted to ask him, like how does it work? Like, where does it come from? How do you do this? So that's why I did my first interview with Roger. And then it was recorded in video because I wanted to write it down afterwards. But when I was writing it down, I felt like it lost so much of his eyes when he was talking about the music, when he was talking about his passion. So yeah, I did a video interview of that, and that's how it started. I realized that it's working, actually. So I realized that, well, I thought that I could do it, and I wanted to do it. So that's why.
So the initial thought was you just wanted to get inside of the heads of these guys. Did you want to be a part of the music scene, or did you actually want to become a media broadcaster?
I think it was purely egoistic, to be honest. It was me wanting to know the questions, and it's still the same. It's me wanting to know how you feel when you produce the Oracle, because the only thing I can do is listen to it. I listen to the music 24/7, and I want to understand. I don't want to copy you. I don't want to do it myself.
Would you feel like you want to do this? Would you like to be on the other side of the microphone more often?
No. The best thing is I'm not that much of a... I don't like all that much of attention, because when I do the interviews, well, it's good to be seen. That's why I do it. I want my stuff to be seen. But the way I see it, when I do the interviews, like 99% of the focus is on the person being interviewed. It's on the artist. What I do is I help people around the world to get to know the questions and get to know the answers for the artist. So I see myself as a tool in that process.
And do you feel like you've honed your skills and for example, talk us through the preparation for a normal interview, for example, here today?
I think the preparations could be less. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, or like I know most of my best work comes spontaneously during an interview, but I still want to write down everything that I'm going to say. I want to include everything. But then I could probably throw away the paper. I just need the running order of the questions. And then you know how it is when we talk. We come up with stuff in the meantime. We come up with new stuff. We talk about, you change angles. But yeah, I have an idea of the running order. It's going to be a story, starting with what's going on right now, going back to the beginning, and then finishing off with the future.
So how am I doing, considering I have no questions whatsoever ready?
You're doing pretty good, but most importantly, I feel relaxed.
That's important, because I think that's what we feel when we get interviewed by you. You come across as really professional, and you have this kind of relaxed feel. And it's interesting to see how you've grown. So where do we see Viktor in 5 years?
Now, I don't want to disappoint anyone, but I want to expand what I do. I love the trance scene. That's why I'm doing it. But I also love taking out stories out of people. I've done some rock and roll interviews with Gilby Clarke, who used to play for Guns N' Roses, and I've done some stuff like that. So I want to see if I can take my concept and put it on bigger other artists as well, but still continue trance as well, of course.
And is there anything you would like to say to people to encourage them to do something similar, or how to sort of get involved in the scene? Is there anything you'd like to say to you ask questions to other people and you give this opportunity to all the DJs to say something back? Anything else you would like to say? So this is now your opportunity. Would you anything that you would like to say?
I would like to just thank everyone for watching, and for the comments, and for the messages that I get. And what you told me before, when we met, that we were both coming up at the same point, and you said that, yeah, it's working. I mean, people recognize the brand even more as well, which is really, really good.
Well, thank you. And that was an experience for me as well to be able to interview you. That's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I hope I did well.
Thank you.